CVA's AccuraSeries, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls. Friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time. All right, everybody, it's time for this week's Pictures of the Week. They're being brought to you by our friends over at Flowers Garden Center and Deer Processing. They're getting everything over there ready to go, and they will be announcing their opening date, I'm sure, here real soon for you guys to get in there and get all your flowers and gardening needs and get everything tidied up around the house so you'll be ready to go fishing. All right, our first picture here, this is our buddy Bobby Gentry, and this is another beautiful Dell Hollow smallmouth that he caught this past week, and he was throwing a mustard-colored Yankum hair jig.
I bet it's a little rubber cricket or something.
Probably fishing with crickets again. You know how Bobby is, or swimming in minnows or something, you know. All right, our next picture here. You guys will recognize this guy too. This is Mr. P.B. White, and this is a really nice fish that he caught this past week.
Nice,
very, very nice fish for P.B. Y'all know he came in just a few weeks ago, was on the show with us, talking about the frostbite tournament.
Yep.
So he's been out catching a few on his own now. And now this is another really nice fish. This is Marcia Nunley, and Marcia caught this this fish weighed 546, this smallmouth, out of Normandy Lake about 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And I tell you what, that is a beautiful fish. Congratulations on that one, Marcia. And here on the end, this is my buddy Chance Davis, and this is a nice little brim that he caught fishing out of a good old farm pond just a couple of days ago. I tell you, if you want to get the kids out and have a good time, there's not many things that beat getting them over to a good farm pond.
Cricket and night crawler make them a good time.
Yeah, a little old jig too, any of the above.
That's
Congratulations on that, Chance. Y'all can send your pictures to us here, 474 James Robertson Parkway, or get them to us on Facebook or at the email right there on the screen, and we'll get them on the show here just as soon as we can. All right, welcome back to the studio. I'm joined tonight. We've got TWRA biologist in here. We've got Ted Alferman and also Philip Parsley. And we are talking a little bit now about doing this project y'all did at Stewarts Creek in particular. So just to touch a little more on that, you know, outside of what everybody saw on the video. The deal is, years ago, we thought, hey, let's go in and put tires in and it'll be good to do, but it just turned out over time that wasn't a real good idea.
That's right. Yeah, you know, at the time you do the best with what you have, the information that you have, and all the intentions were good.
Sure.
Then, you know, it's for fish attraction and for breaking the waves, you know, going into Stewarts Creek to make it, you know, a little bit better for the bank anglers especially, and, you know, help out with erosion a little bit. And those are all good things, but you know, as we've learned through time, you know, tires in the water aren't really the best thing. So, you know, we just went in that day, tried to get as many out as we can, and help that area out. And boy, the high schoolers, they knocked it out.
They did.
It was
I
unbelievable.
mean, y'all pulled a lot of tires out of there. I mean, it just kept going and going. And I saw some clips where they were up by the dumpsters, and I mean, just the dumpsters
stacks
piled up.
Yeah.
But you didn't just remove this stuff, though. I mean, you guys added back in a lot of new habitat at the same time. And tell us a little bit about the stake beds now that we saw y'all putting in. Those are wooden stakes, I would assume 4 foot long, 5 foot long. Is that about right?
That's right. Yeah, about 5 feet long or so.
And you're just driving several hundred of those together. About how far apart are they? I mean, does all of that make a difference as far as what species of fish are going to use them, or kind of what are the specifics on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So they're about 5 foot long, 1 by 1 pieces. Or actually, the ones we use that day are more like 1.5 by 1.5, which also helps them to last longer. The thicker they are, the longer they're going to last, just like a tree. And you know, the idea is to get them kind of tightly packed, just like, you know, you're looking at a tree underwater, and fish like to, especially crappie, like to use these stake beds. And they'll get in there in that interstitial space in between them, and, you know, it gives them, I think the tightness of those stake beds being close together, it kind of gives them a feeling of protection, gives them a place to go out and ambush, you know, minnows and things, no free your jig when you're fishing.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, we've through our electrofishing, that we've done to evaluate those stake beds, we know they work. So that's why we keep doing them for sure.
Right. Is there a particular time of year when they would be more effective than another? I mean, I know coming into the spring with the crappie, it's a great time to be on those stake beds, but they're pretty productive, I guess, throughout the year.
They are. Yeah, you can find, especially brim, we're going to be on them all year round. Once the Corps brings it up to summer pool on Priest, you know, all species get in there. You've got all your bass species, brim, crappie, they're all going to get in there. But I guess I'd say the best time of year really for the crappie using those stake beds is really between, I'd say, maybe October through you know, maybe the beginning of May.
Okay. Yeah, good information there. Now, Dayton, y'all were talking earlier about the different types of supplies you can make these out of. What are some of the better ways of making them, Philip? I mean, well, you don't want to go out there, of course, and use a rubber tire.
Right.
But there are ways you can go obtain permission, let's say, to put these stake beds out. That's why I'm asking this. But there's certain materials that are a lot better to use than others. Now, y'all use wood, but is there anything else you can use or that would be better?
Regarding stake beds, really the wooden stakes, that's the go-to material. That's the only thing we'll do there. On other types of attractors, I don't know if you want to get into that now, but we do use the corrugated black pipe.
Yeah.
And we'll concrete those into these concrete cinder blocks. And we know they're going to last long, and they're not going to be as damaging to the environment. The good there definitely is worth putting that material into the water, even though it's not natural like a wood material.
Right.
It does.
That's one thing about wood, you know,
right.
It's just going to go away and become part of the lake eventually.
These last a long time. They're cheaper to make too than some of these other synthetic materials that are available. And we find that through studies that we've done in projects, they also work. So they work really well.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, we're going to go over right now and do this week's Product of the Week. This week's Product of the Week is being sponsored by Caney Fork Outdoors. Y'all can find them at cfoutdoors.com or get off of I-40 at the Center Hill Dam exit there. Go to the bottom of the hill, and you will find them on the right there at the Big Rock Market. Let them take care of all your kayaking needs, and they can fill you up with some good barbecue and cheeseburgers while you're there too, guys. It is a good stop to make on your way to the Caney Fork River. So get in there and find them. Guys, we got a really cool product tonight, Dayton. Now, this is something, we very first started talking about this at the Fishing Expo.
Yes.
Okay, and we're working in conjunction with our buddy Wally Kilpatrick over at Yankum Custom Tackle on this. And this is our new Creek kit. Now, this is a complete kit that will come together just like this when you order it. I'll show you some of the things in here, but these are 3/16 ounce jigs. Now, what we were doing, we were finding if we were using a jig too heavy for those smallmouth in the creeks, we were hanging it up. If we're using a jig too light, we were drifting over top of them. So we tried different sizes. 3/16 was the size that we came to. It's going to come with 6 of these in different colors, and they're weedless. You've also got, you're going to have trailers with it. Your chunk trailers.
3 different scents.
3 different scents.
And believe me, this works. I promise you that. I don't care what you put it on.
It does. You've had to share a little bit of that in the boat ramp by here lately, hadn't you?
Bo and them had to have some.
And then one other thing that's going to be in this pack are going to be these rattles. These are trailer rattles. And this is a brand new product that they have got going this year. That they're just now getting started, and there's going to be 3 of these in every one of these packs. But you guys can get these by going through Bobby Gentry's, Dale Hollow, Bait and More. Y'all go to bobbygentry.com and you'll be able to order this pack here and get a creek kit in. And we're really hoping that you guys enjoy these because it is a perfect creek wading smallmouth type kit, and it's been working really well for us. So I hope y'all enjoy that. Guys, we're going to take another quick break and we'll be back here in just a minute. We're going to open our phone lines. We'll have some more Southern Woods and Waters.